welcome to Come Read With Me, where we take one topic from the newspaper and break it down into a 3-minute explainer. Today's topic is from the Indian Express newspaper, so come read with me. The topic is Tribal Council of Great Nicobar alleges pressure to surrender land. Now, the Tribal Council of the Great Nicobar Island sees the local administration is pressuring them to give up their ancestral land by making them sign surrender certificates. Now, what is the background of this whole issue? Let us understand that. Greater Nicobar Island is a part of Andaman and Nicobar Islands, as you all know. It is home to Nicobarese tribal communities. In 2004, a massive tsunami hit the island and tribals were relocated temporarily for their safety. Now the government wants land for a mega development project. Who are these Nicobarese people? Let us understand that. They are indigenous tribal community and their population is only 1,200 and which depend on coconut and pandanus farming, forest produce, coastal fishing, and their land is not just property, it is their culture, livelihood and identity. Now what is exactly the allegation? Officials asked tribal members to sign surrender certificates and give their legal claims over ancestral land. Now according to tribals, no proper meeting agenda was shared, no details of the project were explained, consent was not informed or voluntarily. What is this development project about? See, the proposed Great Nicobar infrastructure project includes ports, airports, power plant, township and aims to boost the strategic and economic importance. What is the legal and constitutional dimension? In Article 21, right to life includes livelihood. 5th and 6th schedule principles tribal protection and Forest Rights Act 2006. Now, recognizes tribal rights over forest land requires free, prior and informed consents. Forced surrender may violate these laws. Now, what are the environmental dimensions? See, Great Nicobar is ecologically sensitive, rich in biodiversity. Large projects may lead to deforestation, loss of wildlife, permanent ecological damage. Now, what is the governance and ethical angle in this? Government versus tribal rights, state power versus consent, rehabilitation without dignity is equal to injustice. This raises questions on transparency, accountability and participatory governance. What are the international perspectives? Now, the UN principles. The UN principles on indigenous people's rights stress on consent, cultural preservation and non-displacement. Now the big issue in one line is that can development be called progress if it destroys indigenous lives and consent? Now let's talk about the UPSC relevance of this topic. This topic is highly relevant in GS paper 1, which is tribal issues, indigenous communities. Then GS paper 2, governance, right-based development. GS paper 3, this topic becomes important for environment versus development, and for essay also this topic becomes highly relevant. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching.